What up, Majority? It's me, Majority. And before I get into the thick of it today, I just want to publicly recognize y'all for popping out. You've been showing support, and in just a week's time, y'all have helped me make up the sub loss that I had over the past month and even surpass it. Thanks to friends doing video responses, sharing my content on Facebook and Twitter, and just all around showing up. The views have been crazy on the vids. I'm real happy. I'm real thrilled to call y'all my friends, my fans, and the Majority. So cheers to y'all. We got another video response today, but I also encourage you to check out the video responses done by friends like McFly, BioPhoenix, Terry 309, and that's just a few of them so far at the time of this recording. With that being said, we got another video response, this time to What's on My Shelf. It's right back there. No, I'm joking. The channel, What's on My Shelf. So let's take a look. Alright, so if you've seen my shoutouts video, you notice I brought up his What Do You Think playlist. I really like this playlist. He goes topical, and then he asks for answers in the comments, and then he spotlights them. So the last time he asked about what did Sega need to do, and so he spotlighted a bunch of answers. Really cool. He even spotlighted one of mine later on. So, you know, this is like, first off, just an awesome way of promoting, you know, viewers on YouTube in a way that's, you know, pretty simple. It's an easy way to get engaged. I know not everyone wants to do videos, so much respect to What's on My Shelf for that. His topic was with regards to channel discovery. And how do you discover channels on YouTube? Given that, and he makes a great point here, I'll just play a little footage. He uses the video tab on the right to give an example of how YouTube does not really promote the types of content we would like to watch. Instead, it promotes these kind of bigger channel videos. And I recommend you go to his video and hear it from himself about like what his perspective is and what his method is for channel discovery. All of the answers are actually featured in his most recent one. But I wanted to take that topic and do a video response for myself. How do I discover channels in 2020? And in order to answer that, I do want to just spotlight my comments, so as an example, and then videos that I think do really good at getting me to discover new channels. So how do I discover new channels? What do you think? Of course, that's actually how I discovered Lightsaber Samurai. I always fall victim to my subscription feed. That's true. When I go on YouTube, I tend to just click this little box here and then go to subscriptions all the time. I'm like scrolling up, like what are my new subs? You know, what videos came out today? So I haven't really been finding a good way to discover channels. But the thing is, since I tend to go to my subscription feed, and I feel like a lot of people do that too, I particularly like to see channels spotlighted in some audio video format in a creator's video. Although text is fine too, because that worked. You know, that got me to sub to Lightsaber Samurai. It gives me a better sense of the creator and incentive to visit and subscribe. It could be a response featuring footage, a collab project, or a guest feature. That's just to name a few. So thanks for the topic, What's on My Shelf. I want to show everyone what some of the videos are that I think really spotlight this and have helped me discover new channels. I really want to just call out first the Completionist, not Gerard. My friend here, Derek, always love and appreciate this guy. He doesn't get a lot of time every year to do videos, but when he does, they're great. Terry made a good point in a recent video he did that I didn't really mention him in my shoutouts. It kind of slipped my mind that he did videos this year, but I absolutely love watching Derek's content. He does great stuff, and I love this series that he does. In some ways, this was an inspiration for channels I've been watching with and recommend with the recent shoutout video. So he does this yearly video, 5 channels that deserve 1,000 subscribers. He discusses each of them in detail, what makes them so great, what kinds of content they do. So while it's not necessarily like spotlighting in the video itself what videos they do, he makes it very easy to go find them. And look, he just happened to spotlight me in that one, so that's awesome. Whenever I am feeling like I don't have like new channels that I've found, or like I'm looking to find, I'll just go to his channel and go through these videos. This is episode 6, right? I think he's done more after this as well. That's 30 channels worth of content that you could discover just from his series. Derek, if you're listening, just do me a favor and please put this in a playlist. It would make it so much easier to find. But with that being said, this kind of like series or annual series that you can do to spotlight creator content, I think is a great way to help me discover content. I don't know about everyone else, if you all click the links or whatever, but pitching the channels in this kind of like sub fashion. And with that being said, Terry did a response recently, Terry 309. I really appreciate him for coming through and doing the responses. He's done responses to table topics as well as video responses to my video responses. This one actually belongs in my video response and respondees playlist. I'll have a link to that description in the description, as well as a card in the top right corner so you can see all the video responses that you might have missed. But what I really like here is that he, takes the time to even do video responses to those kind of formats, even when it's just kind of like off the cuff, like, shout outs. And he did it in a very similar fashion. I very much appreciate him for doing it a similar way and even distinguishing between channels that are active and inactive. So, video responses are a great way you can do it. And I like how he took my format too, with the tabs, having them open and then showing like what kind of content that the channels have. So big ups to Terry for doing his part in trying to promote community and help people discover new channels. It helped me discover a few. I went and subbed to all of them. Let me get a few tabs out of here. I do have 2 more videos that I think did really good. I just want to mention, like, Happy Console Gamer. While I'm on and off about subscribing and unsubscribing to him because I get a little bored of the commercial content in my subscription feed, I really appreciate that he did this video 5 years ago, and I think I caught it around that time, where he did a video response to LifeSpiller79, who at the time, I don't know how many subs he had, but I imagine that was like, a big move. And look, you even got like big channels like Alpha Omega Sin or My Life in Gaming commenting in the video. And then he makes it very clear. He's got LifeSpiller's name in the title. He's got a link to the channel in the description. So it's a good way to direct traffic there. And also, like, the topic is very interesting. I like that he picked that topic. And who knows, maybe I'll do my own video response someday, but I got to think about that. I don't know what this topic means to me. But I think that was just a big move. I don't know if he spotlighted LifeSpiller's video in the video itself, so that's like three strikes for me now. But yeah, I just thought it was a big move. And also, I got one more video that I think is an awesome video. This was from Tylar Stephenson, over 50 of my favorite YouTube channels. He's got all of them linked. Wow, so you thought I did a lot with 28? He's got 50 channels hyperlinked here. And I love that he took the time to do this artwork for each of these channels on video games or like cartridges or discs, etc. Look, hey, there's Spencer. That was a big move, and I like that kind of like conceptual shout out video. You can get real creative with this stuff, it doesn't have to be so cut and dry, like here's 5 channels I want to shout out. This is like a top 50, top 50 YouTube channels that, like, everyone does like top 5 games. Well, how about top 5 channels that you want to recommend or whatever. But let me just talk pretty generally now. So each of those videos is really good at kind of like directing viewers to new channels. Viewers who probably, are kind of like in that position where they do check their subscription feed a lot. So when you have videos that are getting uploaded that direct you to a channel, that's a great way to discover a channel. And I wish more YouTubers did it, because I noticed the trend is usually people think of themselves first. They don't think of others. And so a lot of the content is mostly about them. And, even though sometimes I hear channels like do, reading comments or whatever, they don't necessarily redirect you to that channel. If you make it an active effort and say, like, I really liked What's on My Shelf's video about discovering channels and I think you should go watch it, that gives you more incentive to go to that video. There is a way to do the shout out in an effective manner that actually engages YouTubers with other content, and I'd like to see people be more proactive with it. It's okay if you mess up, it's okay if you don't do it great, but at least make the effort. With that being said, that's my response. What's on my shelf? Cheers. Appreciate you, and Majora T, stay blessed. Catch y'all later.